Ask an agency owner what their number one challenge is, and they will always tell you staff. I've got a way here of cutting through that, helping you give yourself a really strong filter so you know exactly who you're looking for and give yourself the best possible chance of success. Hi, I'm Sam Ashdown from Firewave, and in this Whiteboard Wednesday, I'm going to introduce you to the 3 key employee attributes that you must look for in every new hire. Now, where did I get this from? Because I didn't make this up myself. This is from a book called The Ideal Team Player. It's a very, very famous book by Patrick Lencioni. I probably butchered his surname there. I'm listening to it on Audible. It's a great, great book. It's a parable with a lot of takeaways at the end and summaries and key principles. It's also available as a Kindle, and I don't work for Amazon, don't worry. But you must read this book or listen to it because it is absolutely a game changer. Now, I was introduced to Patrick Lencioni a few years ago, not in person, but as an author, because these 3 attributes that he has thoroughly researched and thoroughly interrogated, that he feels it needs to be present in every successful key hire, or successful hire rather, has also been adopted by Facebook. And I don't know how many Facebook employees there are, but quite a few more than our 18, I can probably guess. And therefore, if it's good enough for Facebook and it's good enough for Patrick Lencioni and the massive companies that he coaches, it's good enough for our little Ashdown Jones group. So, is it good enough for you? I'm going to tell you what they are. It's actually really simple. Hungry, humble and smart. And as I say in the book, he really interrogates these 3 to make sure that they are the right 3. And no matter how much thinking I do on it and how much research, I can't come up with 3 better attributes than these. I don't think there are any more than these. Tilly would argue that they probably need to be fun. In fact, you said funny, didn't you? Funny. You want them to be funny, which is a bit different from fun. But actually, I think that those, if somebody's got all 3 of those, it makes them a really, really good member of your team. So, I'm going to explain these in a little bit, just so that you can see what the takeaway is from each one for you, because obviously the word hungry can mean different things to different people in different contexts. I would say that hungry means motivated, determined to get the results that your organisation needs, and really enthusiastic about reaching them, committed to those goals, determined to do their bit to make sure those goals happen. So not just taking responsibility for the process, but taking accountability for the results, and I think that is very, very important. Even if their job is, the lowest job that you have in your organisation, possibly Saturday admin, for example, are they still determined and hungry and motivated to get the results that you need from a Saturday admin, for example? Today's Saturday admin, tomorrow's branch manager, you never know. Number 2 is humble, and I've got my phone open because he describes this in his book and what he thinks humility and being humble is. And I thought it was a really good way of describing it. He actually attributed it to somebody whose name I've forgotten now. But he says humility isn't thinking less of yourself, it's thinking of yourself less. And I think that's actually really good, because we think of humility is like that false modesty, like, oh, I'm not very good at this. And, that's the opposite of people boasting that they are very good at something which perhaps they're not. So we're talking about maybe taking a neutral stance, being aware of your failings, but also being aware of your skills and the things that you are really good at, but then not really putting yourself in the centre of that process. So not thinking of yourself all the time. I mean, I suppose the ultimate worst case scenario for somebody who is the opposite of humble is somebody who's maybe a narcissist, who puts himself at the centre of everything. So it's thinking about neutral territory in that, yes, I know I'm good at these things and I accept that and I'm not going to deny it, but no, I'm not very good at these things, I'm not going to pretend I am. So being fully aware of what you are good and not good at, but at the same time, not putting yourself in the centre of that. So not thinking of yourself all the time, thinking about others, and that's kind of what humble means, really. I was thinking about this actually because I was in my dentist the other day, and he's quite a humble kind of guy, and he was telling me about his running, and he said, I'm not a very good runner. Then he told me his average pace was like 6.5 minute miles. Well, that's not true, that he's not a good runner, because that is an exceptional runner, I think. So don't humble brag, which is worse, I think, and don't look for that in a key hire. And the third one is smart, and again, this is something that can really be misinterpreted. So I think, and this is what Patrick says in his book, I think smart is people smart. It's about being socially savvy. And I think that's a much more important skill than actually being clever smart. I'm sure we all know plenty of clever, smart people who are not hungry and not humble, but actually to be people smart, to be aware of how you are perceived by people, to be emotionally intelligent. I think that is a more important attribute than knowing the capital of Denmark. Do you know the capital of Denmark, Tilly?
No idea.
You've actually been.
Copenhagen.
Thank you.
Oh.
See, so now Tilly is actually very emotionally intelligent, but she's not very, what's the word for it? Knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Intelligent.
Yeah.
You're not very academic, but she's very techie and she can figure things out. And I think that those attributes are what she brings to her role. It's the figure-outable element of what she does and the fact that she can interact with her team and also our clients in a great way, a really positive way. So when I think about our team, I mean, I'm just thinking about Firewave. The team at the Firewave is a little bit shrunk at the moment, so it's Heather and Isaac and Tilly. And I would say that they are all those three things in various different ways, and they show up in different ways. Do you agree, Tilly?
Yeah.
She's saying yes. So hungry, determined to get the results that for our clients and also determined to get our own results off the back of that. Humble, being aware of what your skills and your weaknesses are and working on your weaknesses, but also being, acknowledging that you're good at those things and that somebody else isn't good at those things, and you're not very good at something that somebody else is good at. So that's where the humble bit comes in. And being smart, making good decisions, smart decisions, planning ahead, being decisive, making quick decisions quite often, and making good decisions for our clients as well. When Heather comes to me and says, look, this client's just had a bereavement, can I send them a bunch of flowers? That's a good decision. That is about being people smart. So those are the kind of things that I mean for that. So I think this is really useful, this little framework. As Hannah said yesterday when we did this, I really wish they all began with H. They don't. Get over it, accept it. It is hungry, humble and smart, in no particular order. Now, you may have thought we were just a marketing agency, but you would be wrong, because yes, we are an amazing marketing agency, probably the leading marketing agency for estate agents in the UK today, but we are also trainers, mentors, coaches. These are all byproducts of being an amazing marketing agency because our clients need to know how to use the things that we give them and how to use the information that we give them. And there's no point in us giving you the world-class direct mail letters that are going to get you into the best properties in your area if you don't have the team to back it up. So things like team training is one of the things that we teach you how to do as a Firewave member. Now, I don't know whether your area is currently available, and you've probably got a 50-50 chance whether that is currently available. So if you don't know and you'd like to find out, you need to go here. In Tilly's beautiful handwriting, it is fire-wave.co.uk/start, and that'll take you to a page that tells you a little bit more about Firewave and a very easy apply button that doesn't commit you to anything other than to finding out what your area is. So it commits you to a phone call with us so that we can tell you whether your area is available, offer you maybe the wait list for it, tell you if it's a good fit or not, and all the pricing and everything else you need to know to be an amazing Firewave member either now or in the future. So we're really looking forward to you hitting that button, finding out if your area is available, and hopefully we'll see you up here at the Ashdown Jones HQ in sunny Windermere at some point in the future. See you on the next Whiteboard Wednesday.